man back.
I mean,
Millionaire back.
And a monster home run hit to a place I've never seen hit.
what, hit this popping?
Who would have thought hip hop would have made it this far?
What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another edition of the Rob Duran Podcast. As always, I'm here to give you guys the best of MLB, fresh off a wild card round, which was pretty damn good, if I do say so myself. Happy I'm not sad and depressed, because as you know, the New York Yankees beat the Boston Red Sox. Goodbye, Red Sox. See you never. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Fantastic outing by the rookie Cam Schlittler. So the Red Sox can get the schlit out of here. I'm just playing. Anyways, great wildcard round. I went 3-1 on my picks, which I'm pretty happy about. But yeah, we're on to the division series. I'm recording here on Friday, October 3rd. Division series starts tomorrow, October 4th. So I'm going to kick it off right away, man. I'm going to get y'all started. I did not fall asleep with my daughter today. My wife took care of that. So I can be here with you guys. We'll jump right into it. Cubs, Brewers, fantastic series. NL Central showdown. We got Freddy Peralta against Matt Boyd going at it game one. Freddy Peralta, phenomenal season, 17-6, 2.7 ERA. And Boyd, no slouch himself. He went 14-8 this year with a 3.21 ERA. Both pitchers very good. Both teams very, very good. Milwaukee was probably the most surprising team in the National League, having the best record in all of baseball. So good on them. Happy for them. This series is going to be a dogfight. I think it's going to go all 5 games regardless. Offensively, I would love to see how the Cubs manage against the Brewers starters. Obviously, Woodruff is out for the NLDS. Continues to rehab from that lat strain, I believe it is. So the way the Brewers manage the bullpen and the way the Cubs are able to get into that bullpen earlier into games is going to be the X factor, I think, in this series. Michael Busch is an offensive juggernaut for Chicago. I can see him continuing to put pressure. He had a great wildcard series. But yeah, I think the X factor is going to be that. Can Chicago get into that Milwaukee bullpen and really exhaust those options as much as they can, where Brewer starters are going less innings, maybe some short outings. On the other side, I think it's the opposite. You know, for Milwaukee, if they can continue to have great starting pitching, especially this game one with Freddy Peralta, if he can give him a really good outing, not have to use that bullpen as often, especially once we get into like games 3 and game 4 if necessary. You want to have a rested bullpen in this series. Overall, like I said, I think it's going to be a dogfight. It's going to be a 5-game series. I'm going to give the slight edge to Milwaukee on this one. Yeah, I'm going to give it to Milwaukee. Slight edge to Milwaukee. Taking the series in 5. Jumping into the superstar, all-star studded, heavyweight matchup. The Dodgers and the Phillies, man. Now, if you want to watch drama, you want to watch another fight of a game, let me just say, and this is credit to my man Hasiel, he said these matchups may end up being the best matchups he's seen in MLB playoffs in a long time. And I have to agree. If you see it, it's division people going against each other. It's rivals going against each other. You're going to get a little bit of everything throughout all 4 of these series. So I'm very excited to see all of this. You guys know how I am when it comes to baseball. Dodgers, Phillies. What more can I say, man? Ohtani and Sanchez going at it in game 1. I would love to see how far Ohtani goes into the game. Are they going to let him loose? Let him throw, 6, 7, 8 innings if it gets that far? How are the Phillies going to respond to Ohtani and what he can do, both offensively and on the mound as well? I think that's going to be something to watch. But I also want to see Philadelphia's offense throughout this series. I want to see them, are they going to be able to execute against the Dodgers pitching, between Ohtani, Snell, Yamamoto, who's had a great season? How are they going to respond to that type of pitching that LA has? And I will say this, past those 3 starters, and maybe you don't need any more, I don't think the series is going to end in 3. But getting into the Dodgers bullpen is going to be key for Philadelphia. And I know it kind of sounds cliche, but if they can get Ohtani out of the game early, get Snell out of the game early, and start digging into that bullpen, which I know the Phillies offense can do, the Dodgers are in trouble. This is going to be a great series overall and probably one of the hardest to pick. I like the Phillies bullpen with my not cousin, Joan Duran. Damn, this is a hard pick. I'm not going to lie. I thought I had a pick. I swear. I promise you guys I was going to pick the Dodgers, but I'm leaning Phillies, man. I'm going to go Phillies in 5 on this one. I think it's going to be another 5-game series. It's hard for me to go either way. If I get this one wrong, I'm not going to be mad. I'm going to be honest with y'all. Yeah, let's go Phillies. Phillies in 5. All right, American League. Am I bad for going quick? You know how it is. I'm here by myself. I'm doing my thing. I'm just kind of giving you guys a full breakdown. Tigers, Mariners. Now, I'm surprised the Tigers made it out again. Cleveland, anemic offense. But they held their own. It was a great series with Detroit. But Detroit kind of flipped that switch a little bit, especially in that last game, coming up with big key offensive hits. It looked kind of shaky at first. I'm not going to hold them. It looked shaky. I thought Detroit was done for. Then they flipped the switch. But they're facing the Mariners, who arguably are the best team in the playoffs right now, at least in the American League. A lot of people have them going to the World Series. I think if you're a betting person, I am not. They have like the best odds to make the World Series. At least they did entering the postseason. So if you're into that kind of stuff, maybe you want to put your money with Seattle. Rotation-wise, despite them having Skubal, Detroit having Skubal, the edge in pitching has to go to Seattle. They just have a monster rotation up and down. Their bullpen is disgusting. Offensively, they have a team that, for the first time in a very long time, they have balance between pitching, bullpen, and offense. It's a complete team that Seattle's bringing to the table. Detroit, have they really turned it around? That's my concern. Has Detroit actually fully turned this thing around? Skubal is going in game 2 against Castillo. First game, we're getting Melton versus Kirby. I'm going to go Seattle in this one, and I'm going to go Seattle in 4. I don't think, and honestly, I would not, if it wasn't for Skubal pitching in game 2, which that might be the one game Detroit wins, I could see Seattle sweeping this series, man. And that's no disrespect to Detroit. That's just a plus to the Mariners and whatever Cal Raleigh, Julio Rodriguez, and those boys can bring to the table. I think it's going to be a really good series, but I think Seattle's just going to, the games they win are not going to be close, at least in my opinion, except for that one Skubal game that might kind of be a very low-scoring game, 3-2, 4-2 type of game, where Detroit takes that one to kind of even out the series, but then I think Seattle takes it from there. So Seattle moves on to the ALCS. I got the Phillies in the NLCS going against Milwaukee. And now the game that you guys are waiting for, the series you guys are waiting for, the Yankees and the Blue Jays, division rivals. These two teams have been going at it for years, so they finally get to face each other in the playoffs. Fun fact, first time they ever face each other in the playoffs, which is kind of funny. But here we are. Vlad has been calling it a movie for a few years. Well, we here now, so now you got to show up, right? Game 1, we got Luis Gil versus Gausman. I think advantage goes to Toronto here. On the pitching side overall, once you get past game 1, the edge is very heavily in favor of the Yankees on the pitching side. Because you got Fried, you got Rodon, you got Schlittler, and then you got Fried again if it goes to a game 5. But once you get past game 1, it's a lot of question marks for Toronto. You got Shane Bieber, who was a great pickup for them. And then you got a rookie, you got Scherzer, you got Bassett, you got some options. But again, all question marks, I feel like. Whereas the Yankees, the way Fried pitched, the way Rodon pitched in that wildcard series, just lights out. Great outings from both dudes to really keep the Yankees in the game, to be able to win games. And obviously, you guys saw what Schlittler did to close out that wildcard series. Offensively, both teams are really well put together. Both teams are pretty good. I have to give the edge to the Yankees, not being a homer, not being biased, nothing like that. But when you have Aaron Judge, who is having a pretty good postseason, he's not hitting home runs yet, but I believe that's coming. But you don't see him getting these type of outs that he was getting in past playoff performances. You see Giancarlo Stanton starting to hit the ball hard. Ben Rice is who he is. The dude is just a masher. Jazz, I need him to continue to do what he's doing. He's a difference maker. I don't know why they even sat him in game 1. It would have been a sweep against the Red Sox had Aaron Boone put out the quote-unquote their death lineup. Red Sox would have stood no chance against the Yankees. But the edge has to go to the Yankees offensively. Best offense in all of baseball this season. The two teams tied in record. Blue Jays won the season series But this series is not going 5 games. I can see the Yankees taking this in 4-game series. Yankees take it. I could see Toronto taking game 1 and then leaving it right there. No more movement for them after that. Again, based solely on the strength of the Yankees pitching in combination with that offensive firepower that they bring to the table. So there you have it, guys. Short, sweet, and to the point. So my ALCS matchup, I have the Yankees and Mariners. So Ty Wiz, I hope you're listening. We're not going to get ahead of ourselves. But if that ends up being the matchup, I want all the smoke, bro. NLCS, I got Brewers and the Phillies. Look, even now I'm thinking about it. I may change my mind against that Phillies and Dodgers series, but I'm going to hold it right there. I'm going to leave it there. Make sure to tune in. Games start tomorrow, Eastern Time at 2 o'clock. 2, 4, 6, 8. Well, 6:30, 8:30 are the games. Starting with the, again, Cubs, Brewers, Yankees, Blue Jays, Dodgers, Phillies, Tigers, Mariners to wrap up the day. That's all I got for you. Let's go Yankees. Thank you guys for tuning in. As always, continue to check back. I'll keep posting updates as these series go on. Maybe jump on depending on how things are looking. But definitely going to jump on once the ALCS roster is all set up and ready to go. Give you guys another breakdown. Hopefully the fellas can join me for that because I'm going to need some support. I'm going to need the support, especially as we go down the stretch. But for now, thank you guys for tuning in. Continue to like, share, subscribe. Continue to leave comments. Send DMs. Again, Cesar loves the DMs. So, that man up. See you guys. Thank you for watching the Rob Duran Podcast. Make sure to like and subscribe so we can continue to bring you episodes every week.